What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Mr. Meme, and today I'm going to show you guys exactly why Tarkov is such a complex game, and a lot of people don't know this trick and trade behind it. So I want you guys to understand what's going on in this game 100%. Little things that I found that will help you long term. It's things that you don't even know you're doing, yet you're gonna have to do it in order to boost it. So here's your boost and your tips and tricks of Tarkov. We're gonna get right into the video, and I'm gonna explain to you right here real quick so you guys can understand. All right, you have your skills. Let's just talk about the skills. Let's just get right into it and talk about the skills. Let me move myself here. So you have your endurance and you have your strength. These are the main two skills that you want to start leveling. And obviously you have your health, but that stuff happens between, like, you know, the fractures, how much times you heal. Metabolism is always going to beat everything, because this is all about your food, how much you consume. And, you know, we have Timmy stomachs, so we always eating food. All right, but that's neither here nor there. We're going to talk about what's happening on your endurance and your strength. Vitality is when you bleed and you fix a bleed, or you let yourself bleed. When you have stress resistance is when you're like in pain or shock, so which means take less painkillers. That helps a lot. Charisma, all that other stuff. When it comes to like searching and covert movement, all these things kind of explain it, of what they actually do and how to get it. But let's talk about strength and endurance. Now, I haven't seen a video out there that covers this. Maybe there is. I don't want to talk about anybody else's content, but I just don't see it as far as full explanation details. So I'm going to get right into it. Your endurance. There is a boost that happens in the beginning of every raid. It starts in the beginning of every raid, and you can end with it. And I'm going to show you exactly why and how you can do that. All right, we're going to get into a offline raid mode so I can show you guys that as well. But the strength is every time you're overweight, you are considered strength training. That is considered strength training throughout the raid. That's why usually now you'll see a lot of your strength is better than your endurance, because you're always overweight, right? If you're carrying out loot and you're running a lot of raids, you know that you're going to be overweight 9 times out of 10. Endurance is when you're underweight. And only endurance matters, is only time it matters when you're running. It works when you're shooting, aiming outside, and you hold your breath that way as well. But that doesn't give you a full effect of running. The running is way better than holding your breath while shooting. Holding your breath while shooting is like 0.01. Running is like 1, 2, 3, like points, you know, and then you'll go to like 1.10, 1.5, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's if you're underweight. Right now, you'll see, I'm going to move me again. Right now, you'll see me considered to be underweight, right? When I start adding, let's say, guns and stuff like that, helmets or whatever, and I start adding gear to my body, I now become heavier. And we're going to see that transformation here together. Now I am considered overweight. If you ever look before you go into raid and you see this number here that's yellow, it turns yellow. I think mine right now is, I have to be like around 22.9 or something like that. If I add one more thing, yeah. So I'm like 22.9. That's my full strength. So you add one more thing past 22, that's how low I have to be underweight right here. So 22.9-ish is my ceiling, if that makes sense. But right now, I technically will have my boost. And I'm going to show you guys that in the raid. So the SJ6, let's talk about what that does. The SJ6 real quick. SJ6 allows you to breathe longer. Hold your breath longer, I should say. And in doing that, you can now get an additional boost, right? I would have to get out of the raid and then go back in another raid, which we can do, and show you. Now the SJ6, what does it do? Let's explain that real quick. SJ6, for your initial run, a combat stimulant is used to increase body abilities before combat. Stimulant is allowed to use by Special Forces units. Developed by Terra Group Labs, SJ6 has side effects. Now what it does is it gives you max stamina of a duration of 240 seconds. The use time is 2 seconds. Cannot be discarded in raid. Stamina recovery, 2+. So for 240 seconds. Okay, so it gives you extra stamina recovery, so whenever you stop running, you get that back. So right now I am overweight, as you guys can see, top left hand of the corner, top left of the screen. I am overweight. See the skill? Look what it says. It says, if you hover over it, it says leveling speed increased 129%. So this is at the start of every raid, beginning of every raid. It does not go away. Let's say that I'm underweight and I do this. I run for like 10 seconds, and you see. Let's move this real quick. Hold on. All right, so I'm gonna just move myself in general so you guys can see it. So you guys see my bottom left of my screen, you see my top left of my screen, and let's say I do this, and you see my stamina going down, and I'm underweight at this point. So we're just imagining, guys. We're just imagination.
Imagination.
Right? And I stop right here halfway. Now the boost is gonna be gone. But because I'm overweight, I can do this. I can jump because everything is acting. You can only level one of these at a time. So everything is acting as a leveling speed, as you can see. This one, it says decrease because I just started leveling it right now. Right now I'm at 84.3. I still have this. If I come in the raid overweight and then there's 10 seconds left in the raid and I'm still overweight, I will never receive this boost. You'll never be working on your endurance at all if you are not overweight. So what I do is anytime during the raid, and this is the reason why you don't want to do it in the beginning, because I'll show you a clip of that, what happens usually.
I'm still overweight, shit.
Yeah, I'm super overweight over
Damn,
here.
what do you call it?
I've been overweight for like the last 3 raids, so I probably wasn't even getting a significant amount.
I'm dead. So on the train tracks.
And it ends up being a rotational problem and a timing problem. So you have to kind of fill out the map for it. So my new trick is always come into raid underweight. And that way you can avoid standing still and running in a full circle, right? So someone asked in one of my videos and comments, why is he running in a circle? And this is the reason why. When you drop all your loot, guess what? You're now underweight if you drop all your loot. Okay? I just dropped my chest piece, and now I'm underweight. But when I pick it up, I am now overweight. Okay? So I dropped my chest piece. Now, if you do this in place, guess how many rotations can come around, right? You got this rotation that can come this way, this rotation that can come this way. People can come from here just to come do these missions over here. So you're going to be sitting like a buffoon standing here running in circles like we did. And you're probably going to die because you have no armor or you have no gun. You have nothing to defend yourself. And just because you're trying to do this trick. So what I would advise you do is to always come in underweight with your full kit on, meds, everything, extra ammo. So which means run light gear. Don't run heavy gear, right? Unless you don't care. Now, or unless you have way higher strength right now than people, right? So right now there's a 21%. After time passes, the percentage is going to go back to a positive, but it will never be a boost again. This boost is still here, as you can see, because I'm overweight. But now that I'm underweight, let's show you what happens. We're at 84.5. And this only happens once a raid. So you can use this boost at any point in time in the raid. It does not matter. There is no time limit on this, especially if you're overweight. But once you're underweight, you have to take mental notes that I am underweight. I'm going to fully run out no matter which direction I'm going. I'm going to fully run it out. So right now I'm going to take my SJ6. So now I'm going to leave my chest piece here. I'm going to run all the way down, and you guys see we still have the boost. And watch this boost go from 84.5 to damn near 100. Let's go. We're going to run, and as you can see, I'm going to take my face off here, and you guys will see that my stamina is going to take forever to go down. Now, you cannot just run into a wall, okay? It has to be distance traveled. So you have to actually run around in a circle and travel some type of distance. You have to be moving. If I start running into this wall, I'm basically getting diminishing returns right off the rip. I have to actually move a distance. It doesn't matter which direction I run in. I can just run, okay? And then you can see I'm running for days. The problem with the SJ6, though, is that if you're doing this, you need to know where you're running, because you can run into a spawn right away because you're the one with the full stam bar and you're not losing stam. So usually the best thing to do if you're in like interchange, shoreline, is run to your destination. Now, if your destination is right around the corner, you're going to have to just run away from your destination if you really want to play it that quickly in the beginning of the raid and you want to get this done. So right now, in reality, what I'm saying is I would have already ran to resort because I'm doing nothing out here, right? So I would have ran that way in order to get my full max while I was underweight. But of course, I cannot leave my Zambrala here. So as you can see, my boost is now leveling decrease is at 12%, but I got a full from, what was it, 84? This is, it was low, but now I don't get that 129 boost ever again. That's done. That is now complete. We're no longer going to get that. Diminishing returns have started. All right. So, but I still have my SJ6 effect, so I can still run wherever I want to run. And that's pretty much the video, chat. I kind of wanted to give you guys a quick guide and an understanding of how leveling your endurance works in this game, and basically get your free levels, man. Get your free levels that they're giving you. It has nothing to do with your hideout. I do believe you have to start building your hideout, but it doesn't give you a higher boost in hideout. Now, there is something else in the hideout that will help. There's a filtering system that if you start putting your filtering system together, it'll level boost your, for 24 hours, I believe, it'll level boost your endurance, your strength even more. So instead of whatever we just got, 89 or something like that, we would have gotten like 95 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it would have been a way bigger boost. Of course, that is expensive to make right now, so just understand that in regards to it. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And again, I hope you guys took that mental note behind when you saw me and Clintus run into the raid and we died. Well, he died instantly because he was doing the boost. He was getting the boost. It wasn't with an SJ6. It was just with a regular boost, but it still gives it to you. And he was just trying to get it before we started the raid. However, if he would have just came in underweight, we wouldn't have to drop our stuff. We would just be good to go. You get what I'm saying? We would just be good to play and regular. So we just have to kind of get that boost, especially in like a place like customs. Coming underweight, you don't need heavy gear. What are you running heavy gear for? Unless you're going to PvP and you know you have to go kill players. That's a whole different story. And if that's the case, I would say forget about the boost until the end of the raid, which again, you can do it at any time in the raid. So let's say you're going for player kills. Don't worry about the boost just yet. Run to your destination where you have to get your player kills at. Get there, kill your players, and if you survive, it's like your reward. You can get that boost now. You get what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully it was a full explanation. I didn't want to cut too much videos and put them in. I just wanted to make one full video and show you guys and display it for you guys as content. All right? So thank you so much for watching. It's your boy, Mr. Mean. Like the video, guys. Like the video. Like the video. I'm out. Peace. Oh, and share this to your friends because maybe they don't know. They might not know. Don't be selfish.
Fighting the bad guys. They're the bad guys. You fuck anything and anyone. Come here, give me a kiss. Come here. Come here. Hey. Hey. Hey, fuck you, man! Who put this thing together? Me! That's who!